What's up, everyone? Another Freightliner Friday in the books. Today I'm hauling some freight here. I believe it's toxic chemicals. Let's see, we're going to, it says cement. But here's the funny thing with the cargo here. There's the cargo. It's in a tank. So, I don't know what's up here. We're going from... Oh, okay, my engine's malfunctioned already. But, we're going to Tucson, Arizona. So, let's hope this goes alright. We got a few hours to get there, 12 to be exact. And looks like we'll get there in about 11. So, without further ado, let's get on up into it. So, got the 4-ways on. I'm going to keep looking in my mirrors, check and see how the trailer's doing. Is this the way I want to take? Yeah. I believe this will take me to where I need to get to. So, trigger warnings. A lot of you guys may or may not know about it. For those of you who don't, trigger warning is basically the creator of the video. And this is usually a YouTube thing, maybe it's a web thing, I don't know. I just heard about it and I think I kind of like it. So usually the creator of a video will let you know, hey, there's some things in here that might offend you, there's some things that you might not find appropriate. So, basically with that, the reason why I like it was, I was watching a show recently. My brother's friend kind of got me into it. It was I only watched the first season and I don't really plan on watching the second season of the show. Sounds weird, I know. Because I really liked the first season. And then I started watching the beginning of the second season and I was like, nah. Whoa, cutting it close there. But the show was called American Horror Story. So I watched the first season. I'm not going to give any spoilers away here, but there's some stuff in that show that made me go like, what? And of course, you know, I'm a grown man, so some of the language I use probably isn't the most appropriate for this video, but I'm not going to use any of that language in this video. Because it's a really poor reflection on me. But anyway, so I'm sitting there and watching the TV and watching what goes on, and my mom was watching something on her computer. And she was doing things in the house meanwhile, while I'm going back and forth between watching her show and doing things in the house. So I'm watching the show and I have my door cracked open a little bit. So for some of the things I'm saying, like W-T, I think you guys can fill in the other letter. I don't want to, you know, give it away right there because that could be kind of bad. I think most of y'all know what it means. But I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So I'm kind of like talking to my TV as I normally do. I'm like, what the... You know, there were just some things that went on in that show that I'm like, geez, I really wasn't expecting. I mean, you know, not really the, you know, how these people died, but some of the things, oh, I should have looked in my mirror. Oh well. But like some of the other things that were going on that these like, I guess, souls were doing to some of the living people, it was like, yo, really? I mean, it was kind of like shock and awe there for a minute. Needless to say, like, there's parts of that show that I will never forget. Not for good reasons, like for bad reasons, but it's like, yo, man, how could they go through with the show and do that? But how this relates back to the trigger warnings was, I would have liked to know what I kind of was getting myself in for. Because, you know, I watched it with my brother's friend, like the first maybe 2 episodes, and I kind of got invested in it. I want to finish it. So I was like, alright, cool. I'm going to binge watch this on a Saturday. Because I got nothing to do. Homework's done. You know, feeling okay about it at the time. And I go to turn it in and it's like, yay. But, whatever. So I'm watching the show and I'm like, whoa! You know, next couple episodes, I'm like, whoa, okay, wow, yo, nah, And I mean, it wasn't all like that in the same bunch, but still, I would have liked to have known what I was getting into, what I was in for. But I don't know, guys. Let me know what your opinions on trigger warnings are, and if you've actually seen them. Because another thing, like the first time I saw my quote-unquote first trigger warning was I was watching a playthrough of a game that I enjoy, that I actually ended up picking up because I watched people play through it. It's called Life is Strange. And there were trigger warnings for, you know, some sexually graphic content. That's about as adult as I plan to get on this channel. Because, you know, nobody really needs to hear all that mess. It doesn't really do anything for these videos. I mean, you guys are just watching me kind of like, I don't know, I figure it like trucking vlog, you know, motor vlogging almost. So you don't really need to hear my language or anything like that, my foul language. And I know, I don't exactly know my audience, but I have a good grasp. And I'm trying as hard as possible not to sound pompous or entitled here. But, you know, I know there's at least one kid who watches my videos, and that would be Willie. That's William Witter's son. So, and I don't really, you know, like I said, like I said before, my YouTube censored my video. That was that was my first Freightliner Friday. Again, I don't really need to. I don't usually express myself with expletives, so. And I'm not saying that if you do, you're wrong. You know, I'm not gonna yell at somebody or comment on their videos and say, oh, hey man, you're using expletives. Stop doing that, you know. If you keep using expletives, I'm gonna unsubscribe. No, I can't be like that, because these are people that, you know, if the shoe were on the other foot, I know they would not unsubscribe from me. Speaking of that, I lost 2 subscribers within a couple of days. But hey, again, I'm not in this for the subscriptions. I'm just in it for the friendship, really. And I like making these type videos because I know some of you guys watch them. I think that's how some of you guys may have found me. If not, it was through the diecast hobby. And, you know, that's a hobby that's like Chevy. It runs deep. Or maybe that's Ford. Anyway. You know, that's a hobby that I will never get out of. For as long as I live, I'll always be collecting. Now, there may be some circumstances where I had to, you know, step away from the hobby for a little bit, but, you know, doesn't mean I'm totally leaving the hobby. I'll still be thinking about cars, collecting cars, watching your guys' videos most of all. Most importantly. Because you know what? Through some of my hardest times, watching some of your guys' videos, they made me laugh, they made me, you know, I like seeing what you guys were finding. It just gave me an escape. Kind of like how this game does. So, yeah, I know this was a game. This video was, woo, man. Bright lights. I know this was supposed to be about trigger warnings, but I guess I didn't really have too much to say about that. We got about 7 hours to get, about 7 hours to go where we're getting to, so. Need to be there in 8, so maybe I can actually back in the trailer for you guys if you don't mind. Well, really, there's not much you can say about it when I make this video because it's not a live stream. So, you know, trigger warnings, they're a nice thing. At first I thought it was just people complaining. That would have been nice to have a trigger warning, but I understand the need for them now. And also, too, I can't really say anything. I'm a little hypersensitive to certain situations. I want to totally fill you guys in because that's a long story and I need like a couple of hours, somewhere to sit, somewhere nice and cool, maybe a couple of adult beverages to tell you the whole story. That way I feel slightly comfortable. Which also, guys, no, it's a bad joke. I don't want. Yeah, no. You know. But yeah. Like, there's a lot that went on, and there's a reason why there's certain things in the show that I don't like. And that's why it would have been nice to have a trigger warning. Now, I know I sound kind of angry, militant. I know at the end of the day, it's all just entertainment actors and actresses really didn't go through these situations that were portrayed. But at the time, at that moment in time, right there, you know, it had an effect on me. And maybe that's part of the show that I wasn't considering at the time, that you're supposed to really feel uncomfortable. So. Don't do it, boss. Thank you. Alright. Signal time. Mirror time. Oh boy. Hold up a second, guys. This does this every once in a while. Alright. Cutting the video here. Alright, back to the road, guys. Sorry about that. Hate when this does that. You know, it's just one of those things I gotta deal with. But yeah, there was like a lot of shock and awe going on in that show, man. If you like it, you know, I know American Horror Story is a big thing, it's a popular thing, I've heard it referenced, I've heard it talked about a while ago. It's just some of the stuff in there is like, geez, man, they let this go on TV. Then again, though, I don't really know what channel it was on. I thought it was on, like, I guess basic cable, but maybe it's on one of those like paid channels. All I know is I sat through the first season, kind of got invested in it, didn't really like it, like the season finale. That was okay for about the first 15 minutes, and then everything kind of goes different than you expect, and it's like, alright. And then, you know, the ending, that ending was okay. I mean, you know, it leaves off with one of the characters talking about basically how they tried to do the best they could and everything and all that jazz, and it's like, alright, whatever. Oh guys, by the way, hope you can see it. Cruise control! Oh yeah, I finally figured out how to use cruise control. I didn't signal to let anybody know I was going up there. Alright, I'm signaling now. Anybody coming? Nope. Alright, cool. Oh yeah, guys. Also, right after the last video, and I wish I should have taped this, or recorded this. Do we even still use cameras with tape? Anyway, after the last video, I hired myself a driver. He's driving to Kenworth. So, I thought, what the heck, might as well start off the noob driver. He's not a new driver, he's got some skill, but he's not as skilled as me. Not trying to boast or brag, but again, not as skilled as me. I thought, what the heck, might as well give him the easier truck to drive, the more narrow truck, so. But don't worry, I'm going to buy myself another truck. You guys might be surprised I haven't talked too much about this truck that I'm thinking about, looking at, trying to save up, make some money for. But it's a pretty cool truck. I already sat in it in the game, already took a look, found kind of my visibility spots. So. But yeah, I'll let you guys know when I get it. This doesn't mean the end of Truck and Talk Thursday, it's just I wanted to save that truck for Truck and Talk Thursday as its debut. Oh, and then also I should put a trigger warning in front of that video and say, hey, this is a new truck. If you don't like big new trucks, don't watch this video. No, guys, that defeats the purpose. See, the purpose of those little trigger warnings is to let you know what, again, like I explained, it's to let you know what you're getting in for. Which is nice. And I guess it's kind of to say if, you know, this is the thing that's going to offend you or cause you some emotional damage, don't watch this video. And I can understand that. That's kind of what I wanted. It didn't really cause me damage, but it's just, again, I'm making a video about it now. And this is, like, after I had seen the show, so I guess you could say it stuck with me for a little while, but alright, let's hope these people are nice and let me in. Well, he's a cop, he's not going to let me in at all. Cool. Alright, awesome. Roll, roll the Freightliner, turn the signal off. Alright, can you guys believe this is the truck I actually got up to 80 miles per hour? It's a little bit faster than a DeLorean. Now, I'm curious, would I see some real stuff when I get this up to 88 miles per hour? If I could get it up to 88 miles per hour? Also, the thing is, too, I did have a load of freight. I did have freight on the truck when I went 88 or 80 miles per hour. And also, I wasn't breaking any speed limits. I wasn't speeding. Oh, Arizona, here we go. Not too far to Tucson now. About 5 hours, they're saying, so. That's a fuel yard, fuel station, way station. There's the Arizona State Police. See, this truck's nice, but the high beams, they really wash out everything. I guess that's so you'll really use them on a dirt road, or, you know, a really dark road. Now, it's okay. And I've used the high beams in this truck very rarely. Actually, I use the headlights in this truck rarely. I used to get tickets for that all the time because it's got daytime running lights, and that's the only way you can actually visibly see these gauges. But when you also have a digital speed speedometer, speed display, you really don't need those gauges unless you're trying to figure out how the truck revs, which is nice. I do use that. I'm still new to this truck. I haven't figured out what sounds to pop in the clutch and put her into the next gear, but, and I can't lie, Mustang Sally's a good little truck, a good truck, not a little truck, but a good truck. I like how it came stock with the wood grain and stuff. I know I talked about selling this truck in a past video. I don't think I'll sell it or trade it in on anything. I think I'll just start collecting a fleet. So, now for those of you curious, the truck of my dreams, Kenworth K100, from about 79 to 84, believe I got an 80 model in here that's available for purchase, and it's one of the base price trucks, one of the cheaper trucks. You know, more bang for your buck. I think it's like a regular. It's a 10-speed, I believe. But you know me, going to put a bigger engine in that, put a 18-speed because I'm a real boy. I'm a real boy. So, I like to shift a lot. So. But yeah, this truck's done me pretty well. The Kenworth too, done me pretty well. Did me proud, you know, made me some money, let me buy this truck. See, I always loved Kenworths, but after driving the Peterbilt, man, I should have looked in my mirror. Shoot. After driving that Peterbilt, it was pretty much like the truck's driving itself. So. Now this guy, Mustang Sally, you pretty much need to, you know, you pretty much need to take the reins over and drive it yourself, you know. You're always shifting, you're always doing something with Mustang Sally. Come on, Sally. Don't do that to me. Oh, you're bobtailing? Yeah, you can wait. There we go, cruise control's on now. So basically with cruise control in this game, and I think that's how it works in most of your cars, you don't have to put your foot on the gas, it just rolls for you. Now the moment I go to put my foot on the clutch or shift up, put my foot on the brake, the cruise control stops. So at this upcoming light, which I'm slowly rolling to, I'm going to put my foot on the clutch. And then, see, cruise controls, I've manually overridden cruise control. So, not sure how accurate that is, but again, and also too, this is a manual truck with a truck with a manual transmission. So I don't know if you have cruise control on a manual transmission. I know on your sport bikes, there's cruise control on certain sport bikes, like 600cc motorcycles. Which, I don't know how that works, because those bikes you shift, or the people that I know who have them, I watch these guys on YouTube, so, again, I'm kind of removed from them, but one guy has cruise control on his bike, so. And basically, he just sits there with his arms folded across his waist while riding. So, I don't know how that works, but I'm interested. And break time. Thought I was going into that Crown Vic for sure. But then again, you see how much distance there is across from the steering wheel to my nose. See, that was the thing about the Kenworth, the cab-over trucks. They're nice because you don't really have to worry about that nose. You know exactly how far you can go. And as far as semi-trucks go, they stop fairly reliably. You know,